hear the voice chat. Bouncy in the house, what's going on? Good evening.
All right, let me connect my audio here and
good. There we go, sound works. Okay. So great lobby. We're going to try and listen to as much voice chat as possible soon. What is the current state though? We have Ash Puppy looks really ahead, really strong city, huge production, all 5 resources, double wheat, triple wood hexes. Doesn't even really need his 9. With 2 down devs, potential to connect a road here. Road Dog in a similar position, point and dev wise, similar port, different roles that are beneficial for them, but most of them are actually kind of the same, just having this 10 and this 5. They like both. They like the 3. Roll really has the sweet 2. I don't know if it actually rolled. I did. Wow. I don't know when it just rolled. All right. Oh, early on, Roll wasn't even on it. Tragic. Okay, let me let the people know that we are in fact live. All right, we're live here, and we'll let the people know we're live. So we have Jolly Baker with a triple wheat setup. He has 3 doubled wheat rolls, which is generally a pretty nice way to get a lot of devs if you have a good sheep or a good ore hex, and he has good sheep and a decent ore hex. So especially when the 9 is blocked, the 4 is actually the best in the game. So I don't know if that ever really gets blocked. Road Dog, wherever this goes, someone is getting rolled to isn't Ash Puppy, which is gonna suck. But let's listen in for a minute while I go live.
Oh, come on, you said you do rock J-Dog.
No, he said I put myself in a position to get robbed. He didn't say he was robbing me. Big difference.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Jolly. You can blame J-Dog. If J-Dog would have soloed Jack, then it would have stayed there.
It's interesting.
I think I need to get into the deck.
Yeah.
Nice mono.
Nice, mono.
Let's play the charade game. I think the charade game's back.
Is it? I'm not sure.
Not sure.
What am I doing? I don't have dev.
I agree.
I have 2 cards.
The production's there though.
Everybody has production now. Everybody has a city.
Mm,
But
Oh, yeah.
no one has
Who's
the road
everyone?
like safety like you.
I mean, I hope we can all agree Jack's the problem right
oh, 100%.
now. Okay.
I'm there with you. Anybody want sheep ported?
I should have kept my night. That was bad.
Yeah.
All right, so pretty interesting to hear. I mean, obviously Jack, with the down devs here, he has bought another one. He is pulling away with Army, and not great competition right now on that front. But it would be. I feel like recently it happened so often that someone has a couple of devs in hand and they're just VPs. They just don't. They just can't actually dev. Wow, hold on.
No,
And the 5 just rolled.
Oh, 5 roll. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Ash pulling away with Army here. Ro is obviously going to get fed rolled, or at least try, with not having a VP in hand that's going to be big. The road connection doesn't help him take road, so that's not something necessarily to worry about. Sorry, I mean the road connection that takes road doesn't give him a settle spot, and that's pretty important as a road player to be able to open up settlement spots as you expand. So I think this 6 is going to be interesting. The 5 or the 10, I mean, kind of same thing. 10 is, I suppose, just better. A little bit more space, and you still have the 5 for later if you need it.
I didn't know if you had more.
I don't have weed, that's my problem right now. With my
Settles
numbers.
Woodport.
Yeah, the 6 rolled twice when it was blocked, and yep, those were the only 2 times it rolled.
J-Dog
rolled
doesn't
in-
make wood.
Wait,
Copy that.
when you rolled an 8,
I mean, I have one wheat.
Woodport, I
One,
guess?
I have one,
Yeah, nice sheep
but I
wood.
don't have
Okay,
access
haven't
wheat.
quite seen
yeah,
Woodport
I
yet.
gotcha.
It's an interesting game. I think this could be balanced
You don't
out.
have a bunch of sheep, do you, Rodon?
No, I don't.
Pretty tricky position to play against. Looking at what Red has here. Big production. Is A510 City not being blocked at any point is just such a big problem for the table, I think. Especially the 8 is just generally catastrophic. Has that rolled a lot? Has. The 6 has been very poor, which is really bad for Ro, really bad for J-Dog, honestly. Not great for Jolly, because he has invested in it with the City. But he is also on the double 8 now. So it's a bit of a slight advantage.
Oh, so sorry. I'm not doing this.
This is the dev for you?
That's what I'm deciding. I don't even know if the dev's worth it for me.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
if you want me to buy a dev with it, sure.
I think maybe the more the merrier. Yeah.
Okay. So sad. 3 for 1ing ore for a dev, but
Oh.
I guess
Yeah.
Jolly, I don't. If you want to do this and saves me a card, no, I should probably just go down to 0.
I'm gonna take
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good trade for Jolly too.
Let's do it.
Can't argue good trades, I guess. Oh, back to
nine.
back. Let's
You
go.
gotta
We
go.
made a smart play.
Nicely done, sir.
We might have to get rid of this ore though. There's a decent amount of ore. Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
What was that?
So he's got like 5 sheep, 2 ore right now.
Yeah.
You up for,
Well, at least no
you up for
wheat,
City?
right?
Are you
You up for double death?
tracking my hand?
Dude, I'm tracking.
Get Jack to double.
Why?
Everyone's
He's
hand.
dialed. He's dialed.
Why track though? Why track like that?
I just know he has a mono under there. He definitely does.
You think so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He says.
Sheep.
They get Jack's.
It's if he plays it now and if he plays it on ore or sheep right now is the question.
Oh, it's underscore.
J-Dog, do you ever want insurance?
You're fine, J-Dog.
No, yeah. I don't. I feel like insurance kind of makes my hand worse here.
And
you also-
I do it for like a non-steal because
Back to back 9s from J-Dog. 6 sheep in one
nah,
at least.
No.
Like I'm open to a trade, but I think you only have sheep, right? So
He has 5
that's
sheep.
all I. Honestly,
We've
that's
rolled
all
a
I
fair
have
bit.
too. So.
Interesting.
okay. All good.
A 6 would just be pretty baller right now, I think.
Yeah, 6 would be massive for J-Dog. Potentially settle dev. Absolutely huge. How was the 10 been this game? Let's take a look. Twice. Wow. Let's see. Has it ever rolled while it was citied? The only brick roll in the game. Jeez. Okay, that's actually a huge deal. Board is starved for that. Okay, so we had one after Roll City. Wow, huge city for Ash. Was that in fact the Year of Plenty? No, Monopoly. Oh my god.
Good.
And now
No,
the 8 is
it is
gone.
Wow. City,
And now they
city
do.
pop.
Anybody want
Jeez.
sheep, or is anybody looking for sheep ported?
That's
Pick
massive.
a Jolly.
I got no cards.
And he killed Jolly's hand
Mm.
completely. Wow.
I
Oh my god, Jolly Baker was holding 3 ore here, and yeah, he just got 2 off Rodog. Wow. Rodog gets the best out of that. I mean,
no, really.
still lost
Rather
3 ore.
trade 3 sheep than on my
At
own.
least he'd got a trade and got the fresh death
No
beforehand.
worries.
Wow, Jack is just absolutely killing it here.
That's why when Jolly on your turn, we maybe pour some of that ore.
Yeah.
Avoided that mono, I think.
Wow, looks like Jack might just win the game here. Is it the 8
I'm gonna
wood?
block the 10 just so you can hold on to a knight too.
Don't we want a double Rob?
I think it's better to have protection so it doesn't sit on one of us.
What do you
Maybe it's
miss?
the
Nothing
8,
yet.
but he just
That's
rolled
why I
8.
went
So
live with
that
this
no, I
game
think it's
first.
10 because like it's like a serious double play potential right now.
I don't think there's any way. Like, I think Jolly's definitely getting a knight on his turn, but
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Can we get you insurance here, Jolly?
Yeah, I hope so. For free?
Well, I would like to get
Good.
a wheat maybe. You have excess fat.
Wait, what am I?
I could give you a wood or sheep for 2 cards, or I could just take a free wheat.
All right, it's a bit of a spontaneous. I got the timings a little bit wrong in this game. But
What
we
are you
are
suggesting?
cooking.
I can trade you a wheat,
Hopefully this game has some life in it
a
still.
1-for-1 trade,
Be cool.
and then you give me insurance.
Okay. That's chill with me.
This needs...
So you want to just do this, and I'll hold on to a wheat for you and give the wheat back to you for free on your turn?
Yeah.
How are they meant to win here? I think it's the big question. If Jack has 2 knights, you just easy lose, right? I don't know. I suppose it's bad in any situation, but Row is ahead on army, which is a good thought. Jack not rolling on the 10 here is actually a huge deal. Start thinking about roll.
Yeah.
Row needs to get rolled here somehow. The 6 rolled. Okay, that's the 3rd, 4th, 6th. Yeah, 6 rolling is a big deal. That's actually a comeback roll for the table. One of the few that Jack isn't on.
Let me know if you need help, Devin.
6 resources for the
I don't know how much
team.
But
And I think I need to trade 3 sheep for an ore and death.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have a knight, probably not a bad idea to get pacing.
If you have 2 knights, if you have 2 knights, I would play 1 onto him right now.
Onto the 9 or.
Yeah.
9 is fine. Yeah, I guess it's 9 over 8. 8 is still pretty strong though, for when he needs to substitute the wheat.
Like, you just need to get pacing. Like, you're the best suited for army, honestly.
If you only have 1 knight, say that.
Yeah.
J-Dog might actually be the best suited for army, but yeah, the devs are there. Wow, knight comes out. Okay. Jack doesn't seem to have enough cards to do anything. Yeah, are they talking?
Damn, 8.
8, 8, 8.
J-Dog, what do you have? Like 2 wheat, 2 sheep, or 4 wheat?
4 wheat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's trade. I have 2 roads in hand. I'm just probably gonna connect on my turn.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah,
Big 6.
Definitely.
Come back to the table.
That's the play.
Time for Road to take road here, certainly. I wonder if he's going to try and not connect first up, but it's just, it seems just too risky. Yeah. Love it. Good stuff, Royal. I think the table is starting to breathe. You just can't
knight on the 9 or Jolly. You're like certainly almost getting a dev here. And now Rodog could double play too, right? So I think Jack's still the Rob, but I think the 9 is much better.
I'm done buying devs. If especially if you're gonna play the knight off me, like I will not contest army because I understand that makes things really complicated and tough for you.
Yeah.
I'll play my road game over here. Maybe Jolly, could I give you free insurance here to play the knight off me pre-roll?
I
think it's worth it.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, so I'm not totally sure.
It would be like have a knight.
You don't have a knight?
That's unlucky.
Yeah.
That's super unlucky.
Do you have a knight in hand? Like, can you port?
Yeah.
Okay. How do we get...
Okay, so they're just trying to figure out how to get Jolly devs, which still makes sense. Will say, though, not feeling great about Jolly's position. I mean, he's so far behind on army. Jack could even still have a knight in hand, theoretically, and he definitely has enough cards to buy one, right? So the sixes are good. Jack probably won't get rolled this game, it seems, but he can definitely win without it, especially since he's on that 9-or. He does have settles at the top 2 on the 8. If the 10 does roll, he doesn't even need to take rolled to win. This army and an extra settle with a VP would win. Okay, does do the insurance deal. Now we're going to see Road Dog is going to play for Road, and I think of his options, honestly, you might want to build all the way to the 8-10. I mean, if you're going to build this way anyway, at some point, just that the 8-10 is better than the 10 in my opinion. Like if you roll more 10s, you just build more settlements. Or you build at least one more to the 5. I think 8-10 is super cool. It's not too overpowered, you can even block it, but if you're looking for a VP pool to clear the game, or maybe just try and build a city. See what's going on here. Not a second mono, right?
I need to trade for my wheat for the sheep.
I don't have
4
any.
as well.
any.
4 is cool for
I
J-Dog.
don't have any sheep.
Game is going. Game is still
If
going.
you can buy one dev here on your own, which I think you can, then I could maybe help you get another one if the trade is right for me.
Hmm.
Do you have a year of plenty?
Let me see what I can get from the
Okay.
deck.
Okay. You played chess at all? So yeah, I played in a couple of tournaments when I was young. Nothing very serious, I think. They were just kind of local events, but I did compete. I was okay. I wasn't great, and I think I did do a chess coaching thing on stream before I learned how to play Catan. I did how good can I get at chess in a week, and in that week I got a Romanian player who wasn't a grandmaster, but he was a master of some kind. I don't know, he represented Romania, and then he played in many different federations across Europe as well. He's like a very, very strong player, and he gave me coaching for a week, and I got up to 1400 elo on chess.com, which was like good progress. I think I gained like 300 elo. But yeah, I have never really taken it seriously as an adult. As a player, at least, I haven't really given a lot of time to it. A lot of theory you need to learn, basically.
I don't
A lot
know.
of practice too.
Maybe it's the right time to play.
You
Maybe not.
want to play slow
Let's wait.
formats. If you want to play quicker, then you just
There's a
have
mono on
recognition, I
the.
guess.
I mean, damn. So I just got
Whoa.
full hand mono twice.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have given all that wheat. Then I just kind of assumed he didn't have the mono.
I mean, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about monos anymore, which is nice.
Yeah. I guess he only profited one. He just got a free wheat. I guess it's not the worst.
100 best. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it was just pretty surreal. Obviously, the last week just hanging out with like super GMs is pretty nuts.
Are you gonna buy it? You're gonna build a city instead of devs?
Oh, I mean, now that Jack has one card, if Jack has a knight, I'm not like super mad about that.
Well, he's going to 8.
Yeah.
8?
And he has the most production. I'm still scared of Jack. I don't know why we wouldn't be.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in what looks like maybe
So
20, 30 minutes.
I don't have a knight.
It was very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's almost worse.
I don't think it is.
Army is just up for grabs, I think.
I think it's worse for them.
J-Dog's in a bit of a tough spot.
I think everybody wants me to have army at this point.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's really true.
There's sadly a double play window that I can't do much about.
Yeah.
Wow, J-Dog holding 2 here, I think. I mean, he might
Um,
have wheat. He does.
Jolly's cooking.
Yeah,
Wow.
that he is.
Jolly with 2 non-knights here, potentially. At least one. With 11 cards.
Is there any? No, there's no
The
sheep
4 rolling
out
is
there.
really bad for
Okay.
Jack and Row, especially for Row, I think.
Guess I'll just do this.
Row is not only solo blocked, but also missing cards. City for J-Dog.
Everybody wants army, but nobody wants to stick their hand in the deck.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly it. Wow. Good 3 for Jack, actually. He does like that. Get some wood, get some wheat. 3 for Jolly is also interesting. Could give him a road settle. He would love, I think, to have some of that space. Could also just buy devs. He may be able to double dev.
Jolly might have a nutty turn here.
Yeah.
Definitely possible. I don't think he has much sheep, but Stacked board, stacked hands right now. Maybe just the one stacked hand.
Does this trade ever make sense for you, Jolly?
No.
I needed a 9 there. Oh, he dodges a 7. Nice.
It's fine.
He's
You should go to the 6-12.
No.
You shouldn't contest Army.
I want him to contest Army. At least, I mean, I did. I just want him to go 6-12 because it takes away the double road for you, and then you only go to the 8 wood.
There's the 9, just a hair too late.
Just a hair.
Huge. That might.
So Jack goes to 9 on his turn.
Oh boy.
Yeah, maybe.
Get extra ore in hand too. That's not.
There's no monos left.
J-Dog might be able to def you.
It's either a road builder, Yop, or VP.
Yep.
If it's a Yop, he would have played it already.
Probably.
So it's either road builder or VP.
Yep. Then he plays the road builder here.
Jack have a road builder play. Build onto 6-2 maybe? Build onto the 8?
Maybe I do.
The other night? I don't know.
Maybe I don't.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
No, I probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually I'm intrigued.
Are you intrigued?
I'm intrigued.
He's intrigued.
I'm intrigued at Jolly's 4 devs.
Jolly does have 4 devs, yeah.
Hope they're all knights and I pull the 3rd mono after the 4 hits right here.
That'd be nuts.
4 would be nice.
Just love to see the game catch up a little bit. The game's still a little bit too young for J-Dog, and I think, this setup is not really designed to do anything except dev.
Plays it safe.
There's a roll build, does go to 8.
Yeah, I totally would.
Wow.
Totally would have been like, we feed you the pile on 6-12 J-Dog if he built.
Yeah.
We talked about before this one, but it's much riskier than the 8.
So Road Dog's got to pop here, and he's gonna.
Gotcha.
I do.
I mean, yeah, the 9 rolled.
Road Dog, will you? Yeah, that's. Will you give me your? I don't know. You ported your ore, huh, Jack?
What do you want?
I want an ore.
I'll trade you an ore.
Hold on a second. Yeah, Jack has an ore.
I have one more. I'd trade it to you. You can even hit the 9.
I don't think it's me.
Steal.
I'm going to 9. I'm going to 9.
I think Road Dog's the correct steal.
I won't dev if you rob Jack. How about that?
Okay.
But then he can just do it on his next turn. He's going to keep building.
Yeah, but his
path is there. Jolly doesn't get army. The only way to counter it is that if you let me pop on my next turn, which you don't really want.
Yeah.
Just rob Jack. I don't know. It's tough.
I'd trade you the ore.
Neither.
Would you give me a free ore, Jack? How about that?
Just give me a shit card.
But no card is bad, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes or no?
2 seconds.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's a weird spot. You can't really let
sheep
Row or
I guess
Jack
it's just
get
me
on
with the sheep, huh?
Jack being Penard.
Does anybody want a sheep?
Yeah. For wheat.
What you got, Jolly?
25.
Wheat.
A wheat.
A wheat?
No shot.
Don't really need a wheat.
I don't think it's even possible.
Like a wood. I feel like that's the card you want.
A wood for a sheep. Do this. Yeah, I do a wood for a sheep.
Just like the chess content. I like chess content a lot. I've been watching some funny short form chess content recently.
Build up.
The Indian guy does some really funny commentary.
I'll just wait to see. You're on 3 cards. We can still do this. You're not risk.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting roll.
Yeah.
Hello.
Whoever gets army wins the game, right? I mean, isn't that just it?
Okay. Man of my word. Man of my word. Won't dev.
Here we go. What's
Anybody
the plan?
want?
City is trying to trade the city here. Oh, he is.
Fortunately,
Yes.
don't have any of that.
He is trying to trade into a city.
You would
Maybe
rather-
wheat. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh
you what,
wow.
I'll play the simple game.
The simpleton game.
Oh, it's
Simple
so
minutes.
awkward now, though, because now I need to dev, right? Unless Jolly can muster up 3 straight nights before Roadhog pops once. Right?
I don't have. I would need like 3 consecutive rolls before my next turn to buy a dev.
Yeah.
You're
I
okay.
understand. It's just, it's awkward for the game state. You feel me?
It's awkward. I agree with you, Jack.
It's
Well,
awkward.
I could have dev there. Would you rather have me do that?
Honestly, kind of, because then it's harder for you to produce the city than
I feel like I'm pretty chill just playing the road game here. Be so for real.
Hey, look, you're gonna take the win if it's there. No.
If I have a dev in hand and it gives me the win, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Of course, right.
So let's roll 2, 5, 3 back to back, and let's see that happen. All right.
We're just
2,
6, 5,
3.
6, 6,
Let's go.
6. You have options.
You have a dev now, so it's chill.
I don't.
There's no way.
I don't.
Jolly, can you
it's a lot of
pace?
wood in hand.
Please.
The thing is what I'm blocking here.
Crazy.
It's
Is it 10?
Awkward,
Is
for
it
sure.
Jack has
never like the 3 wheat.
like any roll
It doesn't
is
really roll.
settle or dev for Jack, pretty much.
You just hit the 8 at this point.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
what's settle doing for me when dev is just win for you? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Jack still could have the knight. I think.
It gives you.
I think the 8 wood is
I'm
good.
just playing the road game right now.
Yeah.
I still need 3 rolls.
I know,
3
but like,
rolls
if
for dev.
it comes, you're gonna take it.
Okay, but that's you realize how statistically improbable that is.
Yeah, but you win games.
Okay, so that's the argument's over. He ended it with.
I think. Yeah, I think we're moving forward. It's Jolly's turn.
Yeah, the issue is that you've got 2 turns to do it if I don't dev here, right? Because Jolly needs to play a knight next turn and then another one.
Jack is actually so close. You can even take road.
Jack, any roll and that puts
But like,
sure.
do we want a 7 amount?
No, you rob Jack. If you roll 7,
I don't even have a dev. Also, if I dev, it's not winning, right?
it gets you to 9 points, which is way closer than anybody else.
Yeah, Jack is still ahead. It is
No,
still Jack.
you win with a dev. You just win.
His roll contest by
I need
next turn though, right?
3 consecutive rolls, one being a 3.
You've not 3 consecutive. You have 2 turns. You have 2 turns to do it.
It's not
You still have
impossible.
like
but I
a
think it's
5
still
or
unlikely.
9 for a dev here, definitely. Maybe the 4
Body
too.
devs? Okay, nice block. Honestly, that's good.
Jolly's a genius.
That's good. Too many cards.
He's big brain.
Okay, Jack.
I don't know if I don't know the whole 2-turn
Oh,
logic too,
wow.
because you could buy dev next turn too.
Okay,
Jack, do you have
wow, huge.
Wow.
I wasn't playing it when I was on 7 cards, that's for sure.
Body wins, maybe?
I was thinking about
have a knight.
Body might win the game here.
But is there any road dog is getting a knight? And I played a knight.
How many devs
Yeah.
do cards?
I'm not getting a knight here. That whole logic was a complete fallacy
Body-
based on like a singular
Body will get pacing.
statistical
I
pathway.
mean, I gotta play my knight here.
Body's gonna get army then.
I guess I go to the 5 sheep.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say
if Jolly takes army, he's on 9. Right?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know any of his devs because he bought them all on the same turn.
I do
Sure.
think I
look,
honestly think Jolly might be the Rob.
It's
It is Jolly, I
possible.
think.
Hey, look, Road Dog's on 8. Jolly's. If I'm stifled, even if I buy a knight on this upcoming turn, I don't get it, right?
It's tough because Jack can actually still take road. If he has a VP, he's on 7, he settles for 8. Then 3 roads will still win the game, which would be just as dangerous as Road getting army, except I don't think that Road's going to get army. I think Jolly is. He has 1 knight in hand, which he almost is guaranteed to have. He is actually guaranteed to have, right? Unless it's like 3 VPs and the Yopper Road Builder. Then Jack can definitely still take the road. Jolly could be super close to winning him. He's guaranteed pacing now, that's for sure. We know that Jolly, if he has the knight and he pulls the knight, or he has another knight, he will get army.
I mean, you have to pass. Yeah.
How?
If Jolly
the
can't
10
take
rolls?
army,
3 roads.
Like if Jolly won't
Okay,
take
but
army, then it's
it's
definitely you.
still not winning. You still extend the game. When Jolly takes army, there's nobody
I think
fights
it's
against
Jolly
that,
J-Dog.
right?
As a third party, I think it's Jolly because
Yeah.
he's a dev on his turn too, and he already has.
Yeah, that's true.
But tough,
That's
man.
true.
I think the game ends in 2 orbits.
I just think I 100% lose.
Yes,
This
that's
game.
true, unfortunately.
Which is cool.
J-Dog needs to maybe just
Yeah, you can
desperation
go
dev.
road.
Yeah, with all.
No, I think you just buy desperate devs here straight. I don't know what else you're really meant to do. Just like with some luck, maybe pick up 2 VPs and a road builder or something. I mean, you are out of it, but like if you really think about what's the best way, it probably would be just Hail Mary devs. And there's not that many Hail Marys left, but we don't know actually Jolly's devs. He's played on every turn, so it could potentially be could even be 1 VP 3 knights, which is actually very manageable if that's true. Which means there could even be 3 VPs in the deck. There's no monos left, but there are definitely going to be VPs somewhere, probably. So I think that's the game plan.
VP is good.
VP is good.
VPs are good if I got them.
We get some more
Sure.
time.
I guess I just committed though, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, our army still might be there for you if Jolly has.
I know that's yeah.
Yeah.
If by some miracle he doesn't have a night, well at least you have 2 extends now.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the smart thing here.
Yeah.
Question is, I think I will go down here. That seems fun.
Interesting.
Okay, now I think
I
Jack
don't know
loses
if
the
that's
game.
the right play, but
Yeah. So
Maybe
I
I
don't
got
think-
it.
Jack doesn't have a knight. I don't think so. Could be slow playing. He also missed a lot of cards for not unblocking it, and he would have had winning outs, so I don't think he would have done that. So no knight for Jack. I think it's just a VP. Bro rolling 2 roads here. I know Jack gets the same brick, but Bro rolling it and actually building the roads, I think Jack is just not going to get rolled. He does still only need. I mean, he would need 5 roads, right? I think it is Jolly.
to probably do it in 1 turn, right?
Probably.
Wow.
Oh, best case scenario, Rodog. Let's
That
go.
was
We
big.
maybe have a chance.
Wow.
that was big for
Bro
us.
with an open
Yeah.
settle here.
I
We
don't
needed
know.
that.
So once again, I'm not sure I'm the steal. I just 7'd out. I'm still on just 7 points.
It depends if he has a night or not, right?
Wow,
Or maybe
big
he's got
7
3
out.
VPs.
Huge deal.
And he wins next turn. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might be in last here. Unfortunately.
It depends on devs. It depends on
J-Dog?
Jolly's
Yeah.
devs and J-Dog's devs.
The J-Dog or Jolly?
So
Sorry, J-Dog or Rush Puppy.
I think I'm in last. Unfortunate. We had a good run.
I don't know.
I'd say there are scenarios where you are in last year, and there are where you aren't either. So it's up to Jolly based on his devs to determine that.
I think Jolly beats me by all accounts. If he has even 1 more night. So I think then his only consideration is, does J-Dog have a good situation?
I don't want to give him any information.
I just 7'd out. How am I mustering up 5 roads on 1 turn and another?
Jack's running
point?
online
I don't
tourneys
think
recently,
it's
so sad to see.
happening.
I mean, it happens to
5
everyone
roads
though.
in 1 turn. 10's blocked.
What I'm afraid of, Ash, is you still have the knight in hand.
I don't.
On balance, he's still going to keep doing great.
So many times.
It would be so sad to see. He played a great game
I'll just
here.
say I have a VP. I do.
Yeah, I
You
have
got a little bit of
Okay,
luck.
trust him.
Jolly. Oh man.
Eventually,
So I gave away
I mean, it can
information
happen
for
at
nothing.
any time.
Looking like a Jolly
Still
game
playing
now,
good
maybe.
Catan, and he
Yeah.
could easily have won this game by now. He did get a little bit unlucky. He had to pass with 7
Jack
cards.
is a dev now,
Just needed
though,
1
right?
dev to win, basically.
I don't.
No?
You love thinking that I do, though.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you had 3 wood a wheat, 2 ore.
Such a big roll with 9 here for J-Dog.
Or did you keep 2 wheat?
I would love to settle.
No 5s, no sheep. Well, except for this 9. Wow.
What do you need? A sheep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you're the guy I trade with.
I'm ears. I'm all ears.
Worth noting, by the way, that Jack still has pacing over J-Dog for army, and he can easily still win by just putting a knight, settling. So, there's a reasonable chance that Jolly doesn't even have one in the first place.
Well, you guys slog it out. I think that's
I
what
want to
would
make it
do.
hurt. I want to make it hurt, and I want to maybe hope Jolly doesn't have a dev or a knight.
Yeah, I think trading tours, you're just losing.
And if I
'cause
do
need to-
this, I'm robbing Jolly, right? So.
I think you're always robbing Jolly, unfortunately. Because he goes to potentially 9 here. I'm settling for 8.
Yeah.
What's your other dev? Did you say what it was?
I
two
don't
knights.
have a VP.
I see.
Is all I said. And yes,
Yeah.
obviously I'm playing a knight here.
Yeah, I would
Interesting.
do it for 2. It's still not a
Interesting.
pop.
Road
Just
builder or
trading
yup or another knight?
My spot 2 for 1. I think I'd rather go down with the ship. It just feels losing either way.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, settle for Jack. He didn't dev anyway.
Knight
They don't
before
knight
the roll.
silver.
Yeah,
For
got
sure.
to.
5 sheep.
Yeah, it's.
He has,
That
he
was-
has like
Maybe
full sheep.
Yeah.
Might be the 8.
Eight's
Yeah.
just hard.
It's 5 or 8, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
the 8's the
that's
best
true.
roll. He like
5
he hit
is
the
more fair.
when he blocked.
I
my
think
8,
it's
it
a
was,
5. I don't think he has.
But he's
a lot
not
of
popping
sheep.
anymore. He's just sitting up. He has.
He doesn't have.
Tough.
I don't know. Maybe.
Alright, well, do
It's
this.
tough.
Let's go. Let's go.
No,
It was
J
the
Dog.
8. It was the 8.
The deal with Ashraf, he definitely had to take him
Self-inflicted
under.
pain right there.
The 8.
I think J-Dog kind of needed to clock that. Yeah, I mean, the trade with Jack was going to keep him, was going to prevent him from playing the knight. Should have let Jack hold some cards there. That's a really big deal. You can't really afford to lose those cards. That's really rough.
J Dog's coming.
Gets the dog,
Maybe.
gets the dev.
He's coming.
He the 7 out. If he didn't 7 there, he would be in such a
Everybody
good
with
spot.
2 knights played.
He would have still had 2 steals.
Anybody's army.
Yep.
Wow.
Watch
I'm
Rodog
another
pop
9.
for the. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Rodog pops and he gets army and wins. Imagine.
Shit.
Imagine.
Shit. Who got me?
If I had
For
that,
dev, wow.
maybe I'd do it.
I mean, I have the tray, but I don't. It's pop. It's pop. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Maybe
then
you
settle
should
for
ask
the
Jolly
single.
if he has
No,
a knight.
it also gets you not robbed. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pause real quick and go take a pee if that's okay.
Sure, I'll do
That's
the
all
same.
right.
I'll do the same.
All right. So we've reached a pretty interesting endgame position where, to be honest, anyone could still win. Every person has 2 knights played. It's pretty uncommon that this happens at all. We have J-Dog, who has a non-VP and a fresh dev. So he either has a knight or he's on 8, basically. But at this point, the VPs, I don't know if the VPs are good or bad. Like, you might, even getting army might mean that you still can lose army. Just like maybe the pacing is off, but people can still pop for it. Ro could still pop for it. Jack could still pop for it. I don't know. I guess you want to take VPs out of the deck though. Probably with the 3 nons. And not want to have it meta. Have army. I mean. Yeah, interesting position, I think. Since literally anyone could contest army. But probably the game would rather, like for the sake of the game being extended, you probably want J-Dog to get VPs and not army. You'd want, well, Rodog obviously can't get army, but he also shouldn't he shouldn't really be given any devs if possible. Rodog is guaranteed or, yeah. Okay, animation's off. Oh, hold on. One second. I have to log into my Google account again. I feel like I have to log in and out of my Google account a lot more the last few years than I ever did before. Okay. We are so back. Oh, the game ended? No way, dude, in like the 1 turn. Oh my god, and he popped for the win. I was just saying that before I disconnected. I missed like 30 seconds of game, and it wasn't okay. But I actually missed nothing. The game immediately ended. Jolly played a knight, robbed, rolled a 6, and bought a dev. All right. This was it. Literally, it was. Oh wow, this is interesting. Okay, so you got the guaranteed orphan road dog, then rolled wheat. So he didn't even guaranteed have it. He needed a 4, an 8, 5, 6, 11. It's still like pretty decent odds. It's what is 10, 13, 17, 19 out of 36. There's more than a half, more than 50% chance to roll the win after sealing an aura for road dog. Road dog's hand at that point was only aura, right? Yeah. Okay. Interestingly, Jack. Oh, who's this? This is J-Dog. J-Dog was also a guaranteed steal. Sneaky boy gets the win. A Doopy King. Oh my god. What a throwback. Oh my lord, it's a Doopy King in chat. If you don't know a Doopy, you want an OG fan. If a Doopy King has one fan, I'm one of them. If a Doopy King has no fans, I'm passed away. All right. It's been far too long. I agree. Is this a coincidence, or have you come in for the chess update? Because I did do something pretty cool this weekend with some chess people this past week. Speaking of which, let me change the scene so I can set that up quickly. Will it pick on Discord? Yeah. That's going places that is actually true. Let's take a look. And yeah, this was a thing. This is a week. For sure. Okay. There's a few things that happened. Okay. All right. Well, give me a second here, and I'm preparing. Show you everything. Well, a few things that happened at least. It was a pretty crazy few days. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, let's take a look. So, yo, what happened? Hold on. Someone just did something. A Doopy came with a 5 gifted subs. Yo, what a legend. Thank you so much. Doopy King, you're too kind. And it's awfully generous of you. Really appreciate it. Damn. Okay, wow. By the way, just for anyone in chat who doesn't know, gifting subs on the mobile app, is actually more expensive just by default because the app stores take a cut. So if you do want to gift subs and also save yourself some money by doing literally the exact same thing, you can just do it on the desktop version instead of on mobile. I checked on mobile the other day and I was like, holy shit, it shows me €7.50. That's way too much for one sub, and it is. But you can actually just do it for cheaper on desktop. Cool. So, have a sub, say stuff in chat, what's going on. All right, so I'm transitioning to Catan, we're all cooked. Well, I wouldn't quite say that, but we're not that far off either, potentially, who knows. So, I went down to the Freestyle chess event. Let me show you this. All right. Where's my camera? Okay, so I went down to this tournament. Obviously, since I have started working at Landover, I am working with Jay Severson, co-founders of chess.com, and I've had the opportunity to talk to Danny Wrench, who works at chess.com now. He does a lot of the marketing stuff. He's the chief chess officer, and we discussed the idea of me potentially going down to this event, talking about the upcoming project that the chess.com guys, Jay, Eric, and Danny have been working on for a little while. And I went as a local representative, since I live in Germany. It's only a few hours away from me, and obviously I am big on board games, though it's not chess. And I went down. The whole thing took place, as you can see here, at this. It's a castle, basically. They had a total crazy lineup of players. They were playing freestyle chess, or Fischer Random, or Chess 960, which is where the back rows are all randomized. Like the back rows of the chess pieces are different every single time. Hold on a second here. Am I still live, or did the page crash? What happened? Okay, we're back. So this is the lineup. These are all the players who were there. There's Magnus Carlsen, the current world champion, Gukesh, Domaraja Gukesh. We had Hikaru Nakamura, Nodivbek from Uzbekistan, Fabiano Caruana, the world number 2 and the third top rated player of all time. Levon Aronian, who's former world number 2 from Armenia. I think he represents America now. Ali Reza Firouzja, representing France, who's also who has been number 2 before at some point. Vincent Keimer, the young German, I believe he's 20 years old. Javakir Sindarov, who's even younger, he's 19, also from Uzbekistan. Vladimir Fedosev, representing, I don't know, what was he representing? Where is Fedosev from, actually? Russian, right? Yeah, he's Russian. I wasn't sure if this was the default Russian flag. It had like a little thing on it. Yeah, so all of these guys were there, and I had a pretty good idea that it was going to be an interesting event. Lots of stuff going on. As you can see, they did loads of press. Here's Hikaru doing chess things, and Yvonne over here. So all in all, pretty exciting event. There's been lots of buzz around it and politics discussed, because what this attempts to do is to basically upend the traditional chess formats that FIDE has primarily been leading for a while. And FIDE being kind of the official ratings organization, Freestyle wanted to do a bit different. And not only is the game mode itself, with being Fischer Random, a little bit different, but yeah, it is a different organization. So very interesting to see how that was all put together. It was a huge site. I didn't video everything. I didn't feel like taking pictures of things all the time, but I did get some good ones of some of the cool people I got to meet. So all in all, really interesting concept for events. I think it's nice that they are considering the benefits that Freestyle can offer for more casual viewers, knowing that you can enjoy the game without having to be well versed in chess theory. I think is one of the biggest turnoffs for people once they get to the intermediate stage. You either start working really hard to become like a very strong player, or you've hit a wall and you kind of, unless you're playing the faster time formats. If you're playing like Blitz or whatever, then things do go quicker.
And then you don't need to be that reliant on theory. Maybe it's more pattern recognition potentially. But in like the slower formats, you will not understand what's going on if you don't get the theory, and a lot of the time it feels that way until you get into more creative end games. So this was interesting. They had a massive machine where they would drop like 959 balls and choose one out of a big ball to select who it would be, which combination it would be. It was a different one every time, so they would remove it from the pool after they got that one variation. So it would happen live, and then the players would have 10 minutes to react. They would talk to each other. Like if there were 2 separate tables, if there was Magnus playing as white on one table and Hikaru playing as white on the other table, they would go off together and talk about the position for 10 minutes, because obviously they both want to win and they can share the perspective as the white player. So it was super interesting. There was loads of content. If you check out any of your favorite chess influencers or creators, commentators, a lot of the players, the official channels and stuff, I think even chess.com, loads of people who are involved and there and kind of involved with making content. So they all played the same random board? Yeah, they did. So it would be drawn at the same time. It would be drawn, in one go, and then everyone would react to that and play on the same one for that round. And you would see it on the screen. They had a big screen in the middle where you would see everyone's kind kind of board states, and it was interesting. Like in one of the games, I think the final game of the last day, 3 of the 4 white players played the exact same like opening move after discussing about it, which is interesting. Now I'm having some issues. I think this page is bugged for me. Yeah. Interesting, I actually skipped to this page kind of by accident, but this is one of the people I did meet, Niklas Huschenbild. He is a German Grandmaster. I think he was a German semi-finalist, not semi-finalist, he was German runner-up, I think, last year. He's very nice. He is German. He lives in Berlin, so we met. It was a pleasure. But let's get into it. So this was the first picture I took arriving at the event. I arrived at an exhibition match between Alexandra Boltes and Anna Kramling, and I was like, oh my god. Like immediately found some chess celebrities within like 5 minutes of getting there. Huschenbild plays very aggressive chess. It's cool. He actually lives in Berlin, but there's a good chance we're going to meet up at some point. Who knows? So I arrived, we saw this big board in the front, and then just around the corner here they were playing, and there was so many cameras, there's so much media stuff behind the scenes everywhere. You can see they put a lot of budget into like designing the locations, and there was like $1 million studio above this where they were mixing, they were doing some of the audio and recording some things. A lot of content was being recorded at this event. So you see here, I mean, this isn't like an exhibition match between 2 big chess creators. There was a lot of that everywhere. So it was pretty crazy. Now, I did then that first night, I met Anna Kramling, who was very friendly. I don't know if you know, but she's actually in a relationship with, and this is public, she's in a relationship with Virtual, the Trackmania YouTuber. And that's super cool because I used to watch his content all the time. He's a pretty cool guy. It seems from YouTube, and they're together. Yeah, Trackmania as well. So I was like, oh my god, I know your boyfriend. I'm such a big fan. Yeah, super cool. This was not my hotel room. I took this picture because I ended up getting my jacket locked in the garderobe of the castle. I was not staying in the castle. I was staying separately. I was staying in a hotel very nearby. But unfortunately, my jacket got locked into the garderobe on the first night, and I couldn't get my hotel key out. So I wasn't able to go back to my hotel, and one of the the sound team offered to take me back, and they had a spare room, so I stayed there for the first night, which was super random but kind of funny. I did then end up meeting Fabiano Caruana, the current world number 2, and the 3rd strongest chess player of all time, which is actually insane when you think about how many people have actually played chess. The 3rd best player to ever do it, Fabiano. Very, very nice guy. We played some board games at his house. I don't know if that's going to... The next picture, it is. So obviously I was talking to people about Catan. Lots of chess players were interested. Lots of chess creators were interested. And some of them did want to play or learn how to play. It wasn't saying, hi, A-Rod, what's going on? So I was talking to Catan about Catan to a lot of people. There was a lot of general interest and discussion about it, and as a result, we kind of talked more about it. And it was discovered by me that they actually play board games at Fabiano Caruana's house every single night, and I was like, oh, cool, I would love to join at some point, and I did on the first night, and then the second night, and the third one, the fourth one. We played a lot of board games, and I got to meet a lot of really cool people here. This photo is like 2 different worlds colliding. Insane. Yeah, it is quite surreal. I'm still kind of pinching myself. This is even nuts, even more nuts. So let me give you the behind the scenes here for what might be one of the most iconic pictures I've ever featured in myself. Okay, there's me, obviously. Did you play Catan though? I did, and we're going to get to that. So, Alex Boltes here. From chess content. James Dash, who is one of the biggest League of Legends commentators of all time and has now moved on to Age of Empires. He gave me a crazy stat about himself that he has hosted 8 of the 10 largest esports streams in history. I mean, imagine that being you. Anyway, it's just unreal. So James was playing with us. Fabiano, obviously here, this was at his house and this was his game. Gotham Chess in the background, hanging out. We met a couple of times and talked about the event. This is Miguel, who is also a very, very strong chess player. He is Fabiano's second, so they kind of, some people didn't know what that meant, and I only learned about it recently. But in chess, you have it's kind of like your coach, but it's like your support coach. After every game, you'll probably go back and talk with them about it, and generally spend a lot of time together and kind of talk a lot of chess. So I don't know if it's exactly a coach, but it's kind of your chess partner, kind of. Anna Kramling, obviously, you already saw that. Off camera here is Niklas Huschenbeet, the German Grandmaster that I showed you just before. And yeah, obviously, like I said, he lives in Berlin. We talked a lot of German. Down here with the blonde hair, this lady is the daughter of the organizer of the event. So she was playing with us. We were playing Avalon, which we'll talk about that in a minute. But she is the daughter of the owner of the place, and she was running kind of the actual physical location. Then with black hair here, this is actually Andrea Boltes, so the other sister. They were both playing at the same time, but you can't really tell from behind. And then here finally is Jules. I forgot what her content creator name is, but I think it's also something similar. She makes a lot of content with kind of the chess girls, like the Boltes sisters, the Anna Kramling, and I think there were a couple of others who also make content. So yeah, Jules Gambit, there you go. Too slow. Hello. Good evening. Yes, so how did you get invited to this? So yeah, now I have started working on Landover. My boss is Jay Severson, who is the co-founder of chess.com. So, when we're talking about launching a product where, his co-founder has also been involved in this project, and so has Danny Wrench from chess.com. There is obviously some interest to kind of bridge the gap, and I suggested that I could go down and potentially talk to some people about what we were doing with Landover with Catan, since I live in Germany and it was very close. So that was it, and I went and represented Landover. I did end up talking to a lot of really interesting people about the project that we're doing, and I actually did even get interviewed by ChessBase, which is going to be coming out next week. There's going to be a short video they're going to be posting, and there might be potentially some other stuff coming up soon as well. But I won't say I won't get into too much details because it's not quite clear exactly what form some of the stuff is going to take. But I got to meet some really impressive people, also from outside of the chess world, like James Dash as well, actually. And I will say about half of the people in this picture, at least half, expressed interest in playing Catan in some capacity. And some of them actually asked me to bring the game, so I did actually bring the game. I found the only copy of Catan within about a 30-kilometer radius of where I was staying and bought it in order to bring it to this. Now, we were playing Avalon every single night. That was the game of choice. I don't know if you know the game, but Avalon is a bit of a werewolf mafia kind of game where you're split into good team and bad team, and some of the characters on good team and bad team have super abilities, or they have extra information. It was really interesting. I played for the first time, and Fabi is very, very good at the game. Fabiano is really strong. Miguel was also very good, and Anna was also a scary good liar, super scary. So yeah, it was great. It felt like a great group for specifically playing this game as well, and it is quite social, so we had a good time. If you want a more intense game, you can try Blood on the Clock Tower. More intense than this, I think someone may have had a heart attack or something. If this was a lot. With 10 people, it was a lot of chaos, and it almost got heated a couple of times. Seriously, it's a crazy game, dude. I don't know. I think everyone here was tryharding. We were really tryharding. So it was cool. It was fun. Now, next up, on one of the following days, I actually got to meet Hikaru as well. I had lunch with Hikaru, which was really interesting. I kind of always got the impression he's a bit, I don't know about hyped up, but that he's a bit more of a grumpy character from his streams potentially. But actually, he's he's so relaxed. He was super chill. Yeah, so we just chatted. I met his wife. Yeah, it was a pleasure. He's a really cool guy from what I gathered in person. He also watched me fail to open a door on the first day, which was a great introduction. I didn't realize that the key needed a key card. The door needed a key card, so I kept trying to pull open the door. And then he, from the other side, he was just open the door for me. I was like, oh, thanks. Yeah, no, he was a nice guy. Fabio's also very chill. I think that was my general takeaway, is that it felt really surreal being surrounded by all these people I'd only ever watched online. But they were actually very normal. Like, I think they're probably more normal than the people who think that they are gods, I think they are probably better adjusted humans than most of the viewers who watch the streams, and who think that they are larger than life. They're actually probably the most normal people. They seem very down to earth, all in all. Yeah, it was cool. I think everyone was excited to be involved. Obviously, there's a lot of luxury treatment. It was a hotel spa in a castle. The food was they had like Michelin star food. They had loads of staff. It was all very professional from my perspective. They had loads of booths outside for every single content creator. They had Chessbase India, the Bolter sisters, Anna Kramling. They had a community stream. They had a competitive stream. And those streams each had incredible players on them, chess players, some of whom you might know. Peter Leko, who I think he's a Hungarian player. He once was in the world finals against Kasparov, if I remember correctly. He told me at dinner. It was like super random. I was just waiting to get a buffet, like with a self-service buffet. And this guy came up behind me. I said hello to him. We just chatted a little bit. He was like, oh, I was in the world finals before and it went 7-for-7 against Kasparov, but because they didn't have a tiebreaker, he retained the title. And and then the next year they introduced a tiebreaker, and I was just like holding my plate. I was like, oh, wow. Like, I'm so sorry. I mean, how brutal is that, right? Imagine he could have, he was so close to being world champion, dude. That's brutal. So yeah, if you aren't familiar with his game, he's an absolute legend. He was hosting the competitive stream with Judith Polgar, who is I think she is the best woman chess player, the best female chess player of all time. So yeah, really impressive. I think Nicolas Huschenbeet, the German grandmaster, was also involved with that stream. And they had some guest appearances from other top players who got knocked out. I know Levon Aronian played. And Levon Aronian, former number 2, you might know him. He's a very funny character. He and I got on well. I would say he's a pretty funny character, and his family house is actually in Berlin. So there might be a world where we meet again at some point. Who knows? No female player has come close to Judith Polgar's peak. Yeah, she's amazing, and she's one of the 2 people that I can think of that I didn't meet in any capacity. Which the other one being Magnus Carlsen. I probably met every other player to some extent. I think Ali Reza was someone who I only met very briefly in passing. I don't think I even really talked to him. Everyone else I met, including Gukesh, the world champion, Vincent Keimer, Fabiano, Hikaru, obviously, Levon Aronian, Vladimir Fedosev was also playing with us. And yeah, so Magnus is generally quite elusive. Unsurprising, perhaps, but you can't, he was either like at dinner with his family or just like disappeared, kind of. He wasn't really hanging around with the people. He was freshly married. He was there with his wife, and I did meet her. In fact, I had lunch with her mom, like super random. I didn't even realize. I just sat down at a table with one spot for lunch, and we were chatting. And then she was like, oh yeah, I'm Magnus Carlsen's mother-in-law. And I was like, oh my god, dude. Like, the place was just ridiculously stacked. You wouldn't believe it. And she actually invited me to Norway, but Magnus probably doesn't know that. I'm not really sure how serious to take the invite. Kind of reminded me of my mom just kind of inviting my friends to come over and be like, yeah, it'll be nice, invite your friends. But I don't know. I don't actually know Magnus. But they were, she was very sweet. I met her sister as well, so like Magnus's wife's mom and the sister of the mom. So small world. Yeah, that's the thing. There was like 50 people on site who want stuff maximum, right? So it was a few TV people, a few potential like investors and stuff, the players, the commentators, and the organizers, and that was like it. It was really like 50 people. So I pretty much met everyone. Judith Polgar was one of the people I just didn't. How amazing this picture, man. This is goated, right? Look at Hikaru, the goat. Fabiano, the goat. Dav, Bav, Catan. And I will say, in this picture, behind the camera were more players. There was Vladimir Fedosev, who came, I think he was 9th or 10th in the tournament, out of the 10 players. He qualified through the online chess.com tournament. What's going on, Paul, with the subscription? Yo, sheesh. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. So behind the camera were more grandmasters. So I mentioned there was Niklas there. We had David Howell. And where is he? There he is. David Howell, the commentary legend. He's close friends with Magnus. We played a few games together. He actually asked me for a picture because I was introduced at the event as the world Catan champion, the Catan world champion. And I did tell people that it wasn't the official circuit, but at the same time, it was kind of hard to, like, I mentioned CPI as the event, which I think in many ways is as competitive as you could expect a World Championship to be online. It just didn't have as many games. I think the reasoning was, when I thought about it a little more, is that the world circuit does something very strange for the distribution of players in Catan, which is that about 60% of the top players in the world are in the US and in Canada, and you only get like 3 of those through to Worlds. Like this year was 3. That was more than it would be normally. Whereas if you look at the CPI roster, like if we, generally representing the overall player base, I think half of the players, more than half, were US or Canadian based, and those were a lot of the toughest players I had to beat to win CPI. I had to beat Bopeng, Griffin, Killer, Chappa, Rodog. I did obviously beat some other national champions as well, and a lot of those players, being a national champion was almost a prerequisite to just entering the event in the first place. So, I had to... People were just so excited about it. I was like, it's not exactly the World Championship, but I think it's about as close as you can get in the current formats that exist now. So, and I did also meet Gotham Chess. Yes, we had dinner together. It wasn't just me and him. There was like a big group of us. But Gotham was cool. Levy also, right? So pretty cool overall. Now there is one clip which I really wanted to show you. See if I can find it.
So this is, I told you about the world champion thing because they actually mentioned it in this clip. But there is a clip from the official stream where they mention Catan and they mention me. And so I'll play that out for you briefly. Hold on.
The only way, but my sweet sister is gonna carry on, and there's gonna be poker, and she's playing Catan. Alex is playing all the games tonight.
We have the Catan world champion here.
He is the world champion. It's pretty crazy.
One of.
Did you know
he's the best player?
There's like regional champions though. I think there's like an American champion or something.
And he just started playing 3 years ago.
Wow.
And he's already world champion.
Just to show you how much more, elegant chess is.
Win the world championship.
Nobody can master it.
Hey, well,
Or how much of a savant he is.
Yes.
Cap. I call it Cap. But he is very nice. I met him and he was he's been playing with us. Also, I think he's a pretty good chess player. But he's not gonna be the world champion in 3 years. I mean, come on. I'm just salty because I can't learn Catan. I can't learn like any other game. I do not have a skill. I can play checker. I'm nasty at Battleship too, but I can't learn a serious game like Catan.
So that is how I, as Chief Marketing Officer of Landover, got the community chess event to talk about Catan. So it was pretty funny. There's a nice clip there which I'm gonna save somewhere in my epic Davbav references vault of Levy going, yeah, he's pretty nice. Yeah, because we had a good time. And we did talk about the circuit a little bit in the worlds, in like the IRL format, because I realized that actually none of these people had ever heard of an IRL format before. Quality dropped when I opened this live stream. Okay, is it still bad?
Hello, how about now? It's the headset? Okay, how about now? How about now? Now it works? Okay. So yeah, they did mention me there, and I did have the pleasure of meeting all of these people. So obviously you saw the others in the picture. Tanya Sachdev is also an Indian women's grandmaster, and she was very interested in playing Catan. Actually, last month, Anna Crowning and I had the same exact FIDE rating. Damn, you're kind of goated to say stuff. Yeah, it probably was the headphones. All right. Well, speaking of Anna Kramling, she was obviously also at those game nights, so we hung out a little bit. I mean, at the game nights, just and on the final day, she actually asked me to record some content for her, or record her making some content, I guess. So there's this short which I recorded, which made it. Currently, if you Google Anna Kramling, it comes up on her homepage, man. That's Davbav working his way into the system. Oh, this audio isn't working. It's cool. Yeah, I filmed this. Oh, you can hear that. So I filmed this, and I also filmed another video where it was the exact same thing. This was in the final game of the year, or of the tournament, sorry. And it was Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru, and Fabiano on the same board, like preparing for the game. And I was like, holy moly, that is like literally the GOATs, the current GOATs of chess. But I'd like to shout out some other epic people that I met. I met a lot of the chess-based India streamer team. So I met Sagar Shah, who was, he's a legend. He's really cool. He's very, very nice, friendly man. And I had Harshit Raja, the Indian GM. He's quite a young guy, but he's the 69th GM to come out of India, Grandmaster. And we had a good time. He's a very nice guy. Who else did I meet from the chess world? I met Writing Neighbors. When's the collabs coming? Well, that's actually something I want to show you about. You played Harshit Raja over the board? Oh my god, I can text him. I can tell him that. I'll actually let him know that. If you DM'd me your name, is there any chance that he would remember you? Or like, was it just one game, or was it like some kind of special event? When's the class coming? Yes, there is a video coming, Catan Grandmaster versus Chess Grandmaster, and I won't show you any of the video because it's not ready yet, but I can show you a screenshot, and here we are. He might send your name to me and I can ask him. So I was recording a video here in a private room. We had 2 cameras set up. Catan Grandmaster versus Chess Grandmaster. Harshit Raja was playing with me, the GM, and the Boltez girls walked in as we were filming this, and turns out that they actually play quite a lot of Catan. So that was fun. And I think it's going to make for a pretty cool video, so stay tuned for that. We played one of each game with a handicap on each. It was entertaining to say the least, so stay tuned for that. There's the first of few collabs coming out from this. Did you win? I won the Catan game, yeah. I can tell you that, but in a pretty entertaining way, I think, and our chess game was also quite fun as well. So yeah, all in all, a pretty interesting series of events. Let's go back to this. This is probably one of my favorite pictures. This is so funny. It's just like, it's so unreal, dude. Playing 1v1. We played 1v1, yeah. Because there was too much. I actually kind of came up with the idea on the spot. I didn't, like, going to the event, I had no idea how much access I was going to have to people. And it turned out, but by the end of the first night, that I basically had access to everyone who was like happy to chat or hang out or whatever. So I pretty much introduced myself to everyone and ended up hanging out with a lot of people too. So it was that kind of prompted me to go, hold on, I could maybe get some content going here. Like if anyone's interested. And I talked about it with Harshit and he was super down. So we did it. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully some more Catan chess content coming up in the future, and a bit, there will be an interview video dropping next week from Chess Base where they interviewed me, and who knows what else. So that's about it. I had a great time. It was overall a really interesting experience, getting to see how chess events run at a kind of a high level, what the funding looks like when it gets invested into things like this, with the content, the media. They had people everywhere recording stuff all the time. yeah, I mean, it's a content machine, and I think that gave me a lot of ideas for what to do with Catan. I met some really interesting individuals. I met a guy who is responsible for the technology behind digital chessboards. So like physical and digital chessboards, like when you move the pieces, it updates on a screen. It sends the signals and updates what happened. And that's something that for Catan, you know, if we could somehow have the cards have like an NFC chip or something, that could be really interesting and a total game changer for how you would DGT, exactly, yeah. So that would be a massive game changer for Catan if you could have the IRL games be ported into an online stream with the digital table. Yeah. So some fantastic individuals overall. That's so old and fails all the time. Fair enough. But what I'm interested in is the concept and the technology that could make that kind of stuff work. So that's, you know, my job is to think about good ideas and then figure out how to make it work, I guess. But yeah, so all in all, good stuff. Definitely got the awareness up for Catan in kind of the pro chess space, and I think it won't be the last step forward in that direction. So CPI 5 going to be a Catan chess hybrid tournament. I don't know. We'll see if we actually decide something. I'll let you know. But yeah, for now, stay tuned. Landover has announced in the Discord. We have announced that the launch date for Landover is going to be April 25th. Is it the 25th or 24th? Okay. When did I put it to again? It was April 25th, yeah. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. Landover 2 on the way. And until then, yeah, I'll be back with some Major League Catan games, some KOC Premier League games as well. I just clicked randomly here today. Oh, welcome. What is your usual content like? Well, I'm a Catan content creator, so I make Catan content, gameplay, commentary, maybe a little bit of educational stuff. Will you learn to play Catan by watching? Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you ever have any questions, you would always get an answer to. So, yeah. And actually, that's part of what I'm going to be doing with Landover is starting to create a lot of Catan content that is going to kind of bring down the barrier of entry. I think there's a few things that still need to be done in Catan to give people an easy go-to content form for learning about kind of going from beginner to intermediate player. So yes, you played casually for years. Oh, if you're familiar with, I was going to say it's probably more difficult if you don't know how to play at all. But if you're already familiar, yeah, definitely. Great, exactly, pal. That's exactly how I would say it. I think if you don't know the rules at all, you might have a bit of a tough time. But if you played casually, 100%, tune in. I will be live a couple times a week in big tournaments, casting. I'll be playing some Division 1 potentially as well. Yeah. Good. Well, good to have you 2 week too slow. And I think that's about it from me. Gonna be working on some fun content. Yo! Look, it's the World Champions of Catan. Yeah, they said it so many times. I was like, it's not exactly that, but I think it's also close enough, you know. Good to be back. Man, it's good to have you, Doopy. It's been a while. Angry Robin, World semi-finalist. You're also a finalist and I was a finalist, right? I was the finalist who won it. JK. Very excited for Worlds though. I will be at Worlds, which is happening it's happening in like 6 weeks. So super excited to see how that goes down. If you beat the best players and the title is fitting, that's why actually. It's because I did have to beat every single best player pretty much. Congrats, future stuff coming. Thank you. Lots of cool things on the way. I'm feeling pumped about how that went. Catan was received very well, and so was I. And it felt like I didn't have to shill Catan or sell it super hard. There was genuine natural interest, and I think that's something that we haven't really seen explored in the chess space before. So who knows? But I'm very happy to be back. I'm going to be traveling a little bit next week, but I'll definitely be casting games over the weekend. I know there's another... I think I'm potentially casting 2 massive games next Sunday. Yeah, I am. I'm casting 2 back-to-back massive games. And in the meantime, I don't know what else I'm going to be doing. I might play some Division 1 through, at some point on a weekday. Anyway, thank you for coming by. I'll see you next time. Have a good Sunday evening.